popularity, at least on Europe side. So
did it get any recently high placings?
I'm not sure. It did make it on stream a couple times, but yeah. So
well, we'll see. Joey is somebody that's not exactly a consistent VGC appearance, but he's pretty big on YouTube, and he plays singles a lot. So he's somebody definitely capable of making good plays. And as you can see, he's at 5-2 right now. He did actually get the pair up here, so he's in a decent position to maybe get top 8. Yep. From the teams, though.
Yeah, but let's see what the teams we got. We have Joey on screen here with Groudon, Kyogre, Salamence, Cresselia, Weavile, and Thundurus. Have we seen James on stream yet?
I can definitely presume that there is a Groudon, a Kyogre, and a Kangaskhan.
Okay, so we'll get that information momentarily, but we'll be jumping into this battle very shortly.
Yeah, I'm excited to see Joey really, go in here. He's been taking out some decent names. I know that he played Chris earlier, and I think he beat Aaron. Or I think they might have played, and yeah, I think he actually did beat Aaron.
I think so too.
So we're gonna go right into this, though.
Yep, we got Joey on the top of your screen. James gonna send out Kangaskhan and Bronzong. Got those ribbons going, and Joey on the top with a Weavile and Kyogre.
Yeah, I do like the lead there from Joey. Weavile offering great pressure into Kangaskhan. Earlier we saw the Kangaskhan versus Weavile matchup in Angel and Anash. Angel actually came out on the upper hand there, but I do like Joey's position a lot better.
I mean, a lot of it now is the predicting game here. A lot of Kangaskhan's, they tend to run inner focus. Does Weavile want to inner focus and try and fake it out? We got Bronzong here getting threatened also by Weavile with a potential knockoff. And then Kyogre just, to spread all that lovely damage.
Yeah, and I mean, when you mention that, actually, the Kyogre lead is going to kind of possibly, work out less in his favor. With inner focus from Kang, he might be able to stop the Kyogre from doing anything, like a possible Ice Beam. And had Weavile gone for a knockoff here, it's not going to be able to do too much to a Groudon.
Yep, and we're going right into this, though. James is going to switch out his Bronzong, going to bring in his Groudon now, so that's going to cancel out the weather and bring out the Desolate Land. So any damage done to Groudon, not going to be doing so much here, but, Weavile is going to go for the fake out here, does go for the Kangaskhan, and we know it has inner focus, and there's the Power Up Punch. Going to get that increase, going to potentially break a Focus Sash on the Weavile, and going to increase its attack by 1 stage.
And the Kyogre is going to go for the Ice Beam there.
Going to go and target the Kangaskhan. That's going to do good damage because it's not a Mega Evolved, and it goes right under half.
Yeah, now it's kind of the speed game, because I do like that the Kangaskhan got the Power Punch off, because now it threatens with a Sucker Punch. Weavile, even though it's a Dark type and has a resist, is going to get knocked out by a Sucker Punch, especially with Parental Bond. I just don't know what AIM is really going to be able to do here, because he has he might be able to switch into Salamence.
Yeah, potentially. I mean, right now, though, I think his best bet is just to go for a ground move. Generally they tend to run Precipice Blades, but we're going to see Kangaskhan switch out on James' side. He's going to bring back his Bronzong here. So, pretty interesting. I want to see what Joe does here. Goes for the fake out, though, but that's going to fail, though.
He just wanted to stop the Sucker Punch.
Yeah, potentially. There's a Swords Dance, though, going off the Groudon. That's going to increase its attack by 2 stages. And there's the Ice Beam from Kyogre. It's going to target the Bronzong switch in, though. So, we're not going to see a freeze here because of, Sun is being out, and that negates any freezes that can happen this turn.
Yeah, that's honestly one of my favorite mechanics about the Sun, actually. Not having to worry about that, 10% chance to just lose your set is great.
Yeah.
I really like the fake out play there from Joey, but at the same time that he went for the fake out, he pretty much gave up his position now, and is going to have to switch into his Salamence here, or Cresselia.
Yeah,
Cresselia works.
Kyogre switching out for Cresselia. Going to be able to reset that weather later on. There's a knockoff, though. That's going to hit the Bronzong. Super effective. Oh, Bronzong barely hanging on there. Drops the Lumberry, and there's the Precipice Blades. That's going to, dodge the Cresselia because of the Levitate. Going to hit the Weavile, and that's going to potentially knock it out here.
Yeah, now I think it comes down to positioning. I really like what Joey did there. He was able to get damage onto the Bronzong. If he's a Trick Room Cresselia himself, bringing in his own Groudon might actually be pretty beneficial. Or if he has Skill Swap, which is what I'm presuming, bringing in his own Kyogre, because he might be able to underspeed the Kyogre, go for a Skill Swap, and that's kind of what beats, Bronzong in that scenario.
Yeah, I mean, here's the problem, though. James is going to have a slower Bronzong because of Trick Room. I'm sure he's having a sassy and a minus speed nature, so he could potentially get off a Hypnosis here. So it really depends if he wants to go and, try and risk that. because
And James actually had hypnosis with no gravity. And
exactly, yeah.
Madison.
I'm almost positive I remember seeing him doing that. I think this is a play that he has to go for here if he wants to try and counter the reset of the weather.
In talking to him, he justified it by saying that he only went for it once all tournament. I don't know if I believe him, but he did say that. I do like Joey's position better there. Him being able, if he has skill swap, that's a big if.
Yeah.
The Bronzong kind of gets countered by that. And I mean, even if he doesn't have it, he just pressures with the Cresselia being in there.
Exactly. Groudon is going to switch out here. Going to bring back the Kyogre. So once again, Desolate Land going to be safe for another day. Kyogre going to Mega Evolve here. And we have to see if he goes for that Hypnosis or not.
Yeah, that's going to be a game changer, definitely.
Yeah.
And if it lands more specifically, I should say.
Exactly. Here we go. Oh no, but Bronzong does hit up the Gravity though. So all attacks are going to hit here, especially for those Precipice Blades coming up later on. And you see the Gravity going to knock it off for Cresselia and Bronzong, and there's the skill swap.
Which is important information both for James, well, just for James. And the skill swap is going to be great. He's going to be able to go for an Origin Pulse.
There we go. Origin Pulse is going to hit both Pokemon, takes out the Bronzong, does some chip damage onto that Kyogre.
And the Gravity there was a great play on James because he's going to be able to bring in Groudon here, most likely, and be able to, or Kangaskhan. I was thinking that too. Get Fake Out pressure, but I was going to say if he has Origin Pulse of his own, he's going to be able to hit all of his Origin Pulses as well.
Yeah, good play right now. So now Kangaskhan is free to Fake Out here if it decides to. Who do you think would be a good Fake Out here? Potentially that Kyogre, you think?
I kind of think the Kyogre just because it's, it's more of a threat on the field. It's going to have higher damage output. But then again, Kyogre's more likely to protect, so I feel like James has more of a defensive mindset in that he wants to, get the Kyogre faked out just because it's the safest play. But I've seen James make some of the most aggressive plays. He's such an aggressive player at times, I swear.
Yep. Both players choosing their moves very carefully here. We got 9 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, they might be wanting to take their time just because it is a very important, very, very crucial turn here, especially if James has something like Thunder Kyogre. Being able to get a Fake Out and a Thunder would be huge. I'd love to see Joey actually bring in his own Groudon here.
Yep, well, here we go now. He is going to switch as Groudon. Groudon is going to come up, going to bring out that Desolate Land now. So now we have to see what James decided to do.
Yeah, I'd love to see if James possibly called that, but there's the Primal Evolution.
Yep, Primal Groudon on the field now.
Where the dancing lobsters. Bring them out.
We got some Desolate Lands here. Gonna see that Kangaskhan? Yep, there's the Kangaskhan. Gonna Mega Evolve here. I really want to see what it decides to Fake Out here, if it even decided to.
I know, the anticipation is killing me. I'm literally shaking. It's cold in here, but I'm shaking because of the anticipation as well. Straight up a Toxic.
There we go, Fake Out here. Who does it target? Targets the Cresselia, makes the right move there.
But does he go for an Origin Pulse?
There we go. That's the big one.
The crit, that extra 20
he
damage.
did go for the Origin Pulse, and that Desolate Land is gonna negate it. And we are back to Groudon in the field.
All right, I loved Joey's play there. James, I really felt like needed to go for an Ice Beam there, just because it was, a risky play for him to not get any damage off with the Origin Pulse. But then again, Kangaskhan's gonna go for Protect here.
Oh, okay, that's another surprise move we haven't seen yet. There's the Icy Wind. That's gonna lower the speed, and I think Trick Room is gonna end.
That's why he went for the Icy Wind, obviously.
Yep. Cool.
Leading Kyogre, he didn't want to switch in his Groudon. He probably presumes that he needs the Groudon for the end game.
Yeah, but now we got Kangaskhan. Kyogre, what to do? What to switch out?
Did you see the Trick Room end?
No, I didn't see Trick Room end.
I don't think it ended either.
I think there's one more turn after this.
Yeah, that's interesting. He's going to switch out his own Groudon. Oh, man.
Yep, Groudon is going to switch out. No more Sunlight.
Do you think you know what the thought process is behind that?
Probably just to... I'm not really so sure, because, I mean, now that the Icy Winded, now he's still going to be slow regardless, so he could have just went for the Precipice, but we say Kangaskhan, go for another Protect here.
The move that knocked me out of Massachusetts Top Cut last year, probably by that exact player. Double Protect.
Well, there's the Ice Beam. Any hacks here? No hacks. Icy Wind, that's going to target the Kyogre, so now Joey's Kyogre is going to be faster.
I wonder if the Kyogre went for a water move here. That's like a next level read.
Yeah.
I really didn't think that he would double back into his Kyogre.
Yeah.
So, all right, no, he went for an Ice Beam. My bad. The Twisted Dimensions returned to normal, so Trick Room is over. Kangaskhan hit the double Protect, so it's not slower than this Kyogre. But now I'm pretty sure. Oh, he's gonna go for a Helping Hand.
Yep, there's a Helping Hand from the onto the Kyogre. Return though. Who's it gonna target? Gets the Cresselia. This is going to be really huge damage coming from the Kyogre on Joey's side.
Origin Pulse, too, so he doesn't have to worry about the damage getting lowered. And
but there's the Ice Beam, though. Does target the Kangaskhan, and that's going to take it out.
Yeah, he might have been trying to call a Groudon switch, which is great. I think that covered both options either way.
Yep. And there we see the Origin Pulse now that should take out the Cresselia.
Yeah, this is a little bit risky, though, because now Joey has to bring in his own Groudon, and James does, too.
Yeah.
So now it's pretty much, which Groudon wins the speed tie or just goes first.
And also the fact which one is actually going to hit their Thunder if either player is running Thunder, because we know that under the weather, 50% chance for Thunder to hit through the sun.
Yeah, and I'm also really concerned with, on Joey's end, I feel like James has been preserving that Thunder.
Yep.
Seeing Origin Pulse from both players means that I'm more likely to believe that it has Thunder. But now we have 2 Groudons in the field, and because of the sun, you know that Thunder isn't going to be hitting.
Did we see which sun come out on whose side? Because that is really important.
No, we didn't. So we're just going to leave that as a surprise. You're welcome.
Because sun is all about, who has their Pokemon out. And, once the sun goes out, the other player is free to attack with their Kyogre. But we see Precipice Blades. That's going to target the Kyogre. Protects it. Does the Thunder hit? Thunder hits through the sun.
50% chance.
Yep, that's going to be big damage onto Kyogre. Is it going to be enough?
No.
Just barely hanging on there.
Yeah, and now it's really down to the speed tiers of the Groudon on Joey's end. He has to hit the Precipice Blades.
Oh, but the Kyogre avoids, and Gun's going to target James' Groudon, but I don't think it's going to be enough. It's just going to be barely hanging on there.
Yeah, definitely. Which means, so this is interesting. Based on how much the Precipice Blades did, he hit them both. Ice Beam will probably take this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, James got pretty lucky there.
Yep. He needed that miss.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yep, and there's the Ice Beam. That should take out Joey's Groudon here.
Yeah, no Groudon surviving it from 30.
All right. Wow. Really close set there by both sides.
Yeah, and I was really questioning the double back into the Kyogre, but looking back on it, setting up your win condition and keeping your Groudon alive for the end game is really important. Yeah. It's nice that James was, kind enough to give him gravity for him, especially since Joey's running Origin Pulse, but it ended up, when he had to go for the Precipice Blades at the end, it was difficult because he had to risk that miss. And I always have this saying: the more you go for Precipice Blades, the more you're likely to miss. So
I mean, that's the thing though with Ruby, Sapphire, they both introduce these brand new moves, really huge power, except the problem is accuracy.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what Pokemon does with super nuke moves like Draco Meteor and Overheat.
Yep.
I feel like I don't really know what the mindset is behind that. They're like, all right, we're just going to take 10% accuracy off this just so that way we can either break your heart or we can, somewhat mitigate the nuke potential.
Yeah, it's all about, raising that base power and everything. I mean, I was a big fan of the special Groudon in the very beginning of the season. Mid-season, it switched over. Now we got physical. Then we see a lot of mixed Groudons. So it's changing a lot right now. And, I think right now, overall, we're seeing a lot more physical. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I do think physical is the more popular option, although I have seen a lot of special Groudon make it, make their, name for themselves.
Yep.
I do think what Joey needs to do to adjust is bring Salamence. Salamence has a great matchup against Groudon, and I feel like if you're setting up your Groudon as a win condition in the late game against against Double Primal, something like Salamence Groudon is an excellent lead.
Okay, well, we're jumping right into the game 2 here. We got James sending out his Kangaskhan and Kyogre. James, on the top of your screen, going to be sending out the Weavile and Groudon, so this looks very similar.
Yeah, I think what Joey wanted to do was get some fake-out pressure off. We're going to see the Groudon go first, which is actually pretty unfortunate because James now has the ability to go for Water Spout. But he also has a Weavile, so he does have fake-out pressure.
Yep, fake-out pressure coming from both Pokemon, but we just have to remember Inner Focus can be carried by Kangaskhan, and that's going to be really important if he decides to go for that fake-out there.
Yeah, so we've seen this situation before, the Kangaskhan and the Weavile out, and in other sets. It's all about the mind game. Do you want your Kangaskhan, do you want to let the other Kangaskhan get a power-up punch off? I'm pretty sure what we saw last time was Joey went for a fake out into the Kangaskhan.
Yeah, and then Kangaskhan power punch.
Yeah, revealing the inner focus. So I don't think that was actually a bad play because a lot of Kangaskhan's just tend to Mega Evolve right away because they're going to need the speed. I think that it's going to be a pretty neutral turn. I feel like Joey can just go for a fake out into the Kyogre and go for Precipice Blades, and Kangaskhan will probably go for a fake out into the Groudon.
Yeah, but we're going to go and see Joey switch out his Groudon, bring out his Kyogre. Again, this whole metagame right now is all about Weather Wars here, and it's whoever has the weather up first. Kyogre is going to Primal Evolve here and revert back into his origin form, and we are going to see more rain on the field.
Yeah, the rain being up is great in the double primal matchup. Just because you don't have to worry, you can protect your floaties from like fire punches and stuff like that. So, floaties.
Yes, floaties.
I like to call them floaties.
There we go. There's a fake out from the Weavile. Who's going to target? Gets the Kangaskhan.
Prediction.
Yeah, James is free now to attack here. Origin Pulse.
It's
big,
both.
Yep, big damage here. That's going to target that Weavile. We haven't even seen, it might be carrying the Focus Sash, right?
It is.
There's the Focus Sash. Gonna activate on Weavile, gonna survive with 1 HP.
Do you know what that little like ping in the little rain down is? Do you know what that is? I don't.
No.
I always wonder. I do like Weavile's position here. It's not really weak to Sucker Punch if it carries something like Faint. But we don't know if that's the case. We didn't see Joey reveal a Thunder on Kyogre. I do presume it has it. But that's going to be the the difference in this matchup. Also, one of the cool things about Double Primal is it's all about switching and getting good position. He could switch out. He could pull a switch into Groudon here.
Yeah, I mean it's really big here right now because again, lots of switching going on as we saw in the first game between both Primal switching, trying to get the upper hand here, and as we saw, lots of switching. But again, we're going straight into this already. Both players choosing their moves. Critical hit off to the knockoff. Power Up Punch though, gonna target the Weavile. He's only gonna get a +1 boost because of that though, and now Joey's is free to attack with that Kyogre, potentially knocking it out.
And I'm assuming he's gonna go for Thunder here. And the Kyogre goes for the Thunder.
Yep, Joey goes for the Thunder onto James. Kyogre. Yeah,
speed tie?
Looks like a speed tie. Is it gonna be enough though? Barely hanging on there. Thunder back onto Joey's Kyogre.
Yeah.
That should take it too. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, all right. So they're both going to be able to survive that. I do think now that Joey has great positioning and he can go into his Groudon here, which is, in my opinion, probably the fastest thing outside of Kangaskhan on the field.
Also have to remember, Kangaskhan is at +1 with that Power Up Punch, so.
We didn't see it go for a Sucker Punch yet, and I'm pretty sure that's the tech move that James actually likes to drop.
Yeah.
So, and it does have Protect. I don't know that we've seen it go for Fake Out yet, so it might not have Fake Out. And I don't know that it has Icy Wind, but Icy Wind would be pretty clutch here.
Yeah, that would be pretty big here, but we are still going in. We have, James is still up by 1 Pokemon, Kyogre on both sides, still hanging on by a thread. Protect though, off the Kangaskhan, there's our surprise move, and there's the Precipice Blades. He needs to hit that Kyogre, hits the Kyogre, and that's going to take it out.
Yeah, so I'm definitely feeling the mindset here on James's end was I want to get my Kyogre out of here. I feel like it's already done its job. It's got a nice chunk onto that Kyogre. And I'll just 1v1 your Groudon with my Groudon. That's the way. I need my Groudon in now for better positioning.
However, we do see James bring out his Thundurus, and Thundurus, well known for Spray the Paralysis, but is it carrying some surprise moves such as Hidden Power Water, as we've been seeing that going around a lot? A lot of times, switching them out, get the boost in the rain, but...
So one of the things I do know is that Kangaskhan at +2 with Double Edge KOs all Groudons.
Okay.
But he's only at +1 because he only got 1 Power Up Punch off. Or no, he only got 1 off onto the Weavile. So I don't know what type of pressure he's trying to throw down here.
Well, we do see the switch though. Cresselia is coming in. Thunderbolt onto the Cresselia and return onto that Groudon, but Groudon's so bulky, has so much defense and base defense, and Fire Punch is going to go and connect onto that Kangaskhan. It's going to be enough. No, barely hanging on there.
Yeah, and now with the initiative here, I think that Kangaskhan's in a good position, especially with Protect. We haven't seen Joey actually go for Trick Room with Cresselia, although I do presume it most likely has it. Thundurus might be able to stop that with a potential taunt. But James doesn't have a Kyogre anymore to switch in to go for an HP Water.
Yeah, we do see Thunderbolt is going to target that Cresselia. Return, though, is that going to target? Yes, it does target the Cresselia, and that's going to take it out.
Yeah, so basically the mindset there was I want to get my Groudon in once again at the end game to just take you on.
Yep, but the Rock Slide dodges James's Kangaskhan, and that's going to do a huge amount of damage to Thundurus.
That was really unfortunate.
Yeah.
James, I'm not going to say he's a lucky player, but I'm definitely going to say he's had some good fortune in this match.
I mean, a lot of times that I see him on stream, lots of crazy stuff always happens.
I guess I'm not going to hold that back. James is such a lucky player. I love the kid. But.
Yeah, really good, especially for targeting move, speed ties. I mean, that's what Pokemon is all about. It's the name of the game here.
Yeah, but I mean, he did put himself in a position where he has to like pretty much hit the precipice blades at the end of the game. So, I mean that. I don't know. I feel like, dang, what are you gonna do?
Well, Joey is starting to decide who he's gonna bring out here. Kyogre is gonna come back, and we're gonna see more Primordial Sea.
Yeah, I'm definitely impressed with the way that James played this set. Now, there's nothing around this. It's game over.
Yeah.
Thunderbolt and the return will definitely pick up the set. I do like the way that James played. I feel it's unfortunate for Joey that he missed that move, but I don't know that it would have changed the outcome because he still had to win a speed tie, and he's not going to knock out James's Groudon with a Precipice Blades. And with no speed control, he's not going to be able to really win that set.
Exactly. Joey is going to go for a Protect onto his Groudon. Hidden Power Water going to target the Groudon, and Return is going to take out Joey's Kyogre.
Yeah, James kind of, flexing a little bit. He's like, I'm going to reveal this. I don't even care.
Yeah, I'm going to show off some moves here.
So, and now that the Kyogre's gone, I mean, yeah, it's game. We talked about this. Once he put himself in a position where the damage is too much, Joey lost.
Yep, and there's a Hidden Power Water that's going to connect onto Joey's Groudon, and that's going to take it out. And
James is going to move on to Top Cut.
James gets the 2-0, and we'll be moving on into Top Cut.
Yes, that's exciting. I'd love to hear how some of the X1s and X2s just finished out, and we will definitely have Top Cut for you in a little bit. I think we're going to go to a break now, and we will be back with pairings.
Yep. Thanks, guys, for